Well, I never thought it would happen. Came home today and did a few pull-ups, and I fell. This pull-up bar came disattached, and luckily I landed kind of sort of on my feet and my knees. But just be careful. Um, if you guys are out there doing pull-ups, just make sure this top piece is secure, because that's the only thing holding you up, especially when you're better off. Oh, I cut my finger. You're better off doing it from the other side, because it puts a more of a bind on it. If you do pull-ups from this side, you're pretty much pulling straight down, so it puts a lot more pressure up top, and that's what I was doing. Basically, put pressure on the other side. That way, when you're pulling up, it'll put it on a bind, and that way, the more of your weight's on the actual sides instead of the top. But I'm going to put a big board across there and put a bunch of screws in it, and hopefully that won't happen again. Anyway, be careful when you're doing your pull-ups. If you weigh over 230 or 240, it's a pretty good chance that top piece won't hold you. Alright guys, I'm going to attempt to put this thing back together. I'm doing some pull-ups and I killed myself. So, wish I would have had shoes on, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm going to use my old Milwaukee. It's the little, what brand, what size it is. I think it's 12 volt. I use these a lot around the shop. And lucky for me, I got this Milwaukee kit. Came in handy, so I got whatever I need. I'm just going to basically put everything back together. This top piece was held in by finishing nails. I'm going to just use some really screws with a Phillips head. It's probably like 3-inch screws. Hopefully I can fit everything back together and screw it back in, and hopefully it'll hold me this time. But like I said, it was just barely holding up by it had a couple finish screws in there. I'll try to maybe screw into the top beam and it'll be a lot stronger. So let's see what we can do here. Put Phillips head bit in this thing. Two lights on this one. Finishing nail the rest of the way out. Probably another reason it fell is because it's two-piece. It would have been one piece. It would have been a little bit stronger. Same way on that side. Basically, it had one finishing nail in the middle, and it had 2 or 3 finishing nails in the ends. So I didn't realize this was. If this all would have been one piece, it probably would have held a lot better. But since it was cut in the middle, at a weak point in the middle, that's what it broke. So maybe later on I'll put one solid piece, but for now I'm just going to use what I have for the time to go to the shop. Pick up all the extra pieces of wood. It's not going to look the greatest, but right size bit. That's a little bit. I think that's number two. Number two wouldn't slip like that. Caulking or whatever, and fill that in the middle, and then paint it. And you probably won't be able to tell, really. You know what? I better shut this door because I might be. Okay, we're all right. I just want to make sure that the door's still shut because I'm pretty far off. No carpenter, that's for sure. I know this is overkill, but I don't want to fall in it, so it might look pretty bad, but like I said, it's better than falling. Caulking and some paint. I know the professional would look at it and be like, "Man, that looks terrible," but at least now I won't fall anymore. Let's back up. Like I said, see, I was pulling from this side, so that puts a lot of pressure up there. Now, see, if you pull from this side, actually you create a bind, so you put more pressure actually on the door on this side. If you pull from that side, you're mainly just pulling down. So from here, well, I guess it's going to hold me. All right, just be careful when you're using this. If you can, pull it from the other side, because if not, you're going to put too much pressure on that little piece, and you might want to just go ahead and put some longer screws in there and make sure the wood's not two pieces, because if you have a couple finish nails in there, and this is two separate pieces, like it did me, it's just going to buckle in the middle. You're going to come tumbling. If you like this video, crush the like button. Whew, I need to do some more pull-ups. Thank you.